Hello, fellow Formula One enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we dive into the latest buzz from the F1 paddock. James Allison, Mercedes technical director, has some intriguing thoughts on Red Bull's recent upgrades. Could Red Bull's attempt to improve their car have backfired? Let's find out. Red Bull has always been a formidable force in Formula One, constantly pushing the envelope with their innovations. However, James Allison from Mercedes believes their latest upgrade might actually be a downgrade. Today, we'll unpack his comments and explore what this could mean for the championship. Red Bull recently introduced a series of upgrades aimed at enhancing their car's performance. However, Allison suggests that these changes might have inadvertently worsened their performance. While upgrades are meant to improve the car's overall speed and handling, it's not uncommon for them to have the opposite effect. In the case of Red Bull, there are indicators that their latest upgrades might have disrupted the car's balance or aerodynamics. It seems like an eternity ago. Red Bull and Verstappen arrived at a track, no matter which one, and the combination was arrow-fast and reliable from the first moment. By the end of the weekend, Verstappen was almost invariably standing with the most important trophy in his hands. When all this was, in 2023, when Verstappen truly drove to 19 victories in Formula One without a hitch. In the current season, the tally stands at 5 wins in 8 Grand Prix. Verstappen's win ratio has plummeted considerably compared to a year earlier, and it is not because Verstappen is in a form crisis. His team Red Bull Racing are slowly doing just that. While the competition has moved closer, the RB20 is not yet the superior car that its predecessor was. By now, much has been said about it, the RB20's problems with high curbs and bumps in the tarmac. It is a problem that has not been solved 1, 2, 3. Moreover, Helmut Marko already indicated that the correlation between the simulator and the reality on the track is not as accurate as before. Fine-tuning the setup may therefore more often only happen during the race weekend, instead of Red Bull being able to go fast on the road immediately on a Friday. This has already become painfully obvious in recent weeks. How often did Verstappen complain about yet another failed Friday recently? Regularly Red Bull managed to avert disaster on Saturday and Sunday. Thanks in part to Verstappen's exceptional driving skills, sometimes it also failed. The latter should cause concern. Surely too many cracks are starting to appear in what was once such a strong bastion. Verstappen could still drive to victory in the Grand Prix on Sunday. But if there is something going on every weekend, the luck will stop once and for all. Moreover, the Red Bull team are now entering a dangerous phase. It is very tempting to come up with more and more updates, at the risk of sinking deeper and deeper into the downward spiral as a team. Look at Mercedes, a team that have been starting the season with the wrong design for years and drifting further and further away from the right direction during the season with wrong updates. Of course, the internal problems at Red Bull do not help either. In any company where there is turmoil at the top, that eventually trickles down to the shop floor. That Marko said last week that he has agreed, a truce, with Christian Horner shows that there is still something lurking beneath the surface. Certainly if the results drop, all that is going to explode at some point. For Red Bull, it will be interesting in the coming period. Among both drivers and constructors, the team still leads the world standings. But if the Austrians continue to defy fate in the current manner, it will really end at some point. Mercedes technical director James Allison has suggested that Red Bull's latest upgrade package might have backfired, leading to a decrease in performance instead of the anticipated gains. The reigning world champion's recent dip in form has become a talking point in the F1 paddock. After dominating the early stages of the 2024 season, the Milton Keynes-based outfit and Max Verstappen have conceded 2 defeats in the last 3 races to their McLaren and Ferrari rivals. The Bulls' underperformance was particularly severe in Monaco last time out, where the RB20's compliance and balance issues, rooted in the street circuit's bumps and aggressive curbs, significantly hindered Verstappen's comfort and pace. But Allison suggests that the RB20's sensitivity to curbs in slower speed corners might not be its only issue, with the design's recently updated floor and front wing also negatively impacting Red Bull's contender. I guess as soon as there's a decent range of cornering speeds, they'll be useful again. But it does look as if their upgrade was a downgrade, commented Allison in Montreal. So, fingers crossed that would really mess him up. That, an upgrade not working, makes life hard, because the moment you stop trusting your tools, you have to backtrack, and you lose loads of time. Time is your biggest friend, losing it is your worst enemy. Allison suggested that Red Bull's plight has given Mercedes a boost of enthusiasm as everyone always loves other people's misery in this game. The Brackley squad's updates in Montreal are minimal but nevertheless include tweaks to the W15's front suspension tweaks and a circuit-specific change to the car's brake duct inlet size to improve heat rejection. Progress is likely to be incremental, but Allison will take it for the time being. I have to confess, I'm not really thinking of it in big picture terms like that, he said. I'm just thinking where we are now appears to be somewhat better than we were 2 races ago. Hopefully, we will be somewhat better in a couple of races from now. We've gone from being really embarrassingly crap, not good enough, at the beginning of the year, to be near the fight. A little bit more will get us right in the melee. Red Bull took the decision after the previous season not to continue the RB19 concept for the RB20. A bold decision, in retrospect it even seems a wrong decision. While teams like Ferrari and McLaren actually looked closely at the RB19's success factors and implemented them on their cars, Red Bull thought it would be wise to start virtually from scratch. Things were still crescendo for the Austrians in the first weeks of the season, but since the competition has been steadily introducing updates, Red Bull has been struggling by the week. A particularly exasperated Verstappen made no secret about it after qualifying in Monaco. This car is no improvement on the 23 car. Over the winter, Red Bull had hoped to eliminate the RB19's weaknesses, but by now the conclusion may be drawn that it has not succeeded. For now, Verstappen leads the World Championship, but with the current problems, it will certainly not be an easy ride towards title prolongation. A major concern for Red Bull is undoubtedly that in recent weeks it has been different issues each time that make the RB20 not function optimally. Verstappen said of this on Saturday, "Probably in Miami, we didn't get the balance correct, and maybe also with the tires. Imola, I think we managed to turn it around quite well, but because of all the problems, we were probably not on top of the tires, the hard tire. But overall, the performance was quite okay. But I knew that this was going to be one of our most difficult weekends, and for sure showed that as well, with naturally everyone catching up as well. I'm just aware that we are not perfect and we need to work. We need to really understand our limitations more and try to work on that." The RB20 struggles a lot on circuits with bumps and high curbs. Usually, these are the street circuits. The bad news for Red Bull, there are several more of these to come. The Grand Prix in Canada is also likely to be a challenge for Verstappen and co., as are the races in Azerbaijan, Las Vegas and Singapore, but the road surface is certainly not in the Bulls' favor in Brazil either. Following Verstappen's win in Canada, Christian Horner hits back at James Allison saying Red Bull's upgrades are downgrades. Well, even with our downgrade, we managed to beat their upgrade. So, it was a rewarding race to win. However, their track record shows that they are resilient and quick to adapt. We can expect him to address any issues swiftly. In conclusion, the world of Formula One is ever evolving, with teams constantly pushing the limits of technology and performance. Whether Red Bull's upgrade has indeed been a downgrade, only time will tell. What are your thoughts on this controversy? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth F1 content. Stay tuned for our next video where we bring you the latest updates from the world of motorsport.
Do, 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 do.